What up? It's your boy Didaster here. I'm back from the store with beer and cigarettes. If you enjoy what you see, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. For now, let's get into it. Hey guys, it's Didaster here. I wanted to take some time to go over one of the best money makers in the Elder Scrolls Online, which is surveys. Um, Continuing with my gold making guides, I wanted to just talk about surveys and how they can be extremely um, profitable for you. I'll be doing some surveys in this video. Don't worry, I'm not going to sit here and make you guys watch me do 37 of each, but we'll see some fast forwards and I'll talk about a couple things while we're doing them. First, you can see I'm going away from the drop, right, where the survey gets picked up at, and then come back. So it's a distance thing. Once you pass a certain distance and come back, the survey will repopulate. Alchemy is pretty interesting because in theory you could go back and forth for a good amount of time until you kind of got the drops that you were looking for. So if you were looking for cornflower, you could leave and then come back and get more cornflower once that spawns again. I don't do that. I've saved up a ton of surveys over my time in ESO. I typically only do them when I need them. But some people were commenting and saying on my other videos that they weren't doing them or they were destroying them or whatever. So I definitely wanted to take the time to show each one just kind of in a series of what all I got and why this can be so profitable. So remember, you're doing your daily crafting writs, you're doing your master writs like in the previous two videos. Now we're continuing with the surveys. So I'm just finishing up here, doing, over 30 alchemy surveys, and we're gonna keep it going. I total up each time what I'm getting, and it makes it's very staggering at the end. I think I made over 850K in roughly 3-4 hours of work just doing these surveys, which is huge. And that's not even totaling up everything that I got. That's just the big ticket items. So here with the alchemy surveys, you can see got a ton of each. Cornflower, huge. Oh, you use a lot of these for different, potions and things like that that you need in the game. I also apologize. I'm dealing with the flu right now, so if I sound a little raspy, that's why. Um, all right, so here we're looking at the blacksmithing surveys. What I do is I just Google search exactly which one I'm doing. So the zone blacksmithing survey, and I look at the map and see where it is, and I go to it. Um, the in game map can sometimes be a little bit off or hard to find. I've found. Um, but here we go again. I fast forward and sped it up. So now you can see the distance. I'm coming back to the survey, and picking up the last one. So, with blacksmithing, with clothing, with jewelry, and with woodworking, you actually have to refine these mats. And I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but you'll see it in a second. What I'm going to do is I just finished 22 blacksmithing surveys. I'm going to go to a blacksmithing station. I'm going to hit refine, and then refine all of them. So, some people are kind of superstitious with the refining. They'll do a couple at a time. Me, I typically just refine all of them at once. I've noticed that for every 200 I refine, I get one gold mat. In this case, I got significantly more than that. But 31 temps from doing 22 surveys is just very, very good. Um, the ingots and things I save just to do my daily crafting writs, but very, very, very profitable. Here we are with clothing. So I've saved up 24 clothing. I will say for newer players, it may be hard inventory wise to save up your surveys like I have here, but even if you just did them as you were getting them, it would produce the same result, right? So you do your daily crafting writs every day, and then you go do your surveys if you have to get them out of your inventory. Me personally, I like to at least have 10 at the same location to kind of make it worth my while to run out here and do it. I had been saving up my surveys for a while. I kind of wanted to see what it looked like after, saving up a year or so um, of surveys, and doing them all at once and see what all I would get. But um, for this one, same thing. This is clothing. Clothing's interesting because it's split between the ancestor silk and the hide scraps. The leather is essentially worthless. Um, in the economy, you'll notice I have like 90,000 or something, Rubido leather, whereas the ancestor silk is much, much harder to get. Um, we'll go ahead and refine it here. Thankfully, the Rubido still can get you Drew wax. After refining, um, we end up with a good amount of Drew wax there. You can see the 29. That's great. At the very end of this, we will total up everything that we got and present it. I think next we go on to enchanting surveys. I will say, out of all of them, I have the worst luck with enchanting surveys. You can see I'm gonna do 43 of them here, and end up just with some super bad luck. I don't total up everything. Some of those are worth a good amount of money, like Oko. It is worth a good amount if you get a stack of them and things like that. But I'm really only looking at the CUDA here. Um, so again, you'll see me just kind of run away, come back. Um, Now we're down to the last one, and we'll look at the total that we got here. Um, with enchanting, there's nothing to refine. You just get the straight drops. So um, out of 43 surveys, I think I ended up somewhere around 13 or so. I'm going to turn my camera off real quick for this part, just so it doesn't cut it off. I got 13 CUDA, which is just ridiculous. Thankfully, you get much better drops doing your daily crafting writs on CUDAs, but these have always been really bad for at least me personally. If you've had a better experience with them, let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I'm just the outlier. I'm not sure. But now we're going over to jewelry, which is probably the most profitable one. The raw mats and the drops you can get here are worth tons and tons of money. So I'm doing 25 in this particular zone, and just going to be able to refine all those and show again what all we got. We're coming up on the end here, but um, at the very end of this, I total everything up so you can see how much we made in just a couple hours worth of work. And definitely recommend this for anybody, any server. This is how people make tons and tons of gold in ESO. So don't throw your surveys away. They're very, very, very important. They make you a lot of money. They can make you a lot of mats. But here I am at the jewelry station going to refine everything that we got from doing those, and end up getting pretty lucky here. So, um, 29 grains, 33 zircon grains. So, right there, that's an easy 200K if you refine those and sold them. 200K plus, but super simple. Pretty good drop rate there. I think the last one we're going to look at here is woodworking. Also very, very profitable. Rosin ends up being more, I believe, than the other gold mats. But coming up here on the end, once this is refined, we'll total it all up and be done with the video. I hope this has been enlightening for you guys. Don't get rid of your surveys. Make sure you do them. Um, definitely worth the time. Definitely nets you a lot of gold. Um, Almost done here with the ruby ash wood. Then we'll refine. So just heading to the woodworking station. We'll refine. Got almost 4,000 rough ruby hash. Out of that, we got 28 rosin. It's great. Good drop rate. So here's a total of what we got there. Again, just very good money wise. I'm going to go ahead and cut my camera off too so we can look at them in total. Um, but I think on the next screen here we look at, so we did 178 surveys, and we can see the breakdown from each one here. All of this is based off of the prices from the TSC Assistant, and these are all for Xbox NA, but you could look at them in all of yours as well. Anyway, I hope this has been very insightful for you guys. I've enjoyed doing it. Do your surveys, do your daily crafting rids, and get money.